As I sit in front of my Pilot Point gym today, I posted on Facebook earlier about, it's kind of controversial and people are going to hate me, but I don't care. It needs to be said. Bodybuilding is a last resort if you're trying to make a change. I see so many people who are overweight or going through divorce get into bodybuilding. And so if you're struggling with confidence issues, that is not a good goal. Bodybuilding is one of those sports that focuses on aesthetics. So what you look like only. And I can show like pictures of me bodybuilding. I can tell you that I got way more body dysmorphia at that time, but also what it did, because I was bodybuilding and I was on social media and I was getting a lot of social media engagement and things like that from the bodybuilding. One of my gyms, Ardmore, Oklahoma, I no longer own it, was flooded with bodybuilders. I mean, the lady who coached me in posing literally had a posing class up there and didn't ask me, like making money off of my business, and didn't even ask me, but I don't think she knew it was my gym. Still, the bodybuilding industry is not good. And I do know some bodybuilders, and they actually work out in my gym, but they're more on the health side. And believe me, as a gym owner, I can tell. In Ardmore, I had a guy who was a bodybuilder selling steroids out of the gym. I told him to stop because it's completely illegal and super unhealthy. And then he's like, "What are you gonna do?" Literally, that's kind of how he sounded. And I was like, "Call the cops." It's not that hard. And anyway, I've had bodybuilders throw water bottles at teenagers, and they're very hard to deal with. That's most of the people that have cussed me out are people who abuse steroids and other drugs. Most of the employees that I have fired have gotten on some type of performance enhancing drug, and it changed them so much so that they were unbearable to work with because their egos are elevated. But the fact of the matter is they're so sick inside. They don't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be focused on your looks all the time. I'm very passionate about this because it's taken me years from stage level, and I only did the Europa one time, and all I needed to see was what people were using to look fit. I was out. I had dedicated so many hours, so much time, and my diet was so on point that I was insane about it. That's actually called orthorexia. I went over the top. It was such an addiction. It took away from my daughter. Definitely started taking away from my gyms because my mind changed. I was angry because I'm working out so much. I actually had a therapist say, "I think you're working out too much and it's making you more agitated." I did not do testosterone. So about the bodybuilders, I'm totally against it. I love to take people who used to bodybuild and learn how to change your workout so you're focused more on the functional benefit and the internal benefit and loving yourself. You still look so good, but the competition is not with what you look like. The competition is with yourself. And when you train like I do, you're really fit so you can play sports.
I like it. I want it.
Jumping into sports right after bodybuilding, you're going to tear stuff. I did. You're going to get hurt because you're not training for functionality. You're training for appearance, and it makes no sense. I don't hire bodybuilders. If anybody says, "Oh, we should get her competing," no. Competing in what? not to look the best. I kind of like fitness. But still, you have to, the way you have to change your diet before those shows, you get really sick. I was like super sick after and got really swollen. It was like you get down to the micronutrients. It's some serious shit. There's only 1% of the population that can really fucking do it. And those people are extremists. And those extremists need to kind of come over to my side, because I am an extremist, but I'm extreme on killing it at life and focusing on the good things. Working out 6 times a day is not good. You need to learn how to balance. Working out, I mean, I know, I did it. I worked out a lot. And I see a lot of women in here that are jacked. You're not supposed to look like that. You're a girl. Anyway, it's all about balance and health. And like, health is the new fit. We're not going for 6-pack abs anymore. Even though, like, with some cardio, I'll probably have them. I don't do enough cardio right now. It's not my favorite. That's the bodybuilder mind in me. But when summer kicks up and things like that, I like to do my cardio outdoors, which I do. And I don't even worry about what I look like, because when I start worrying about that, I think, oh, I'm holding water there. Oh, I must be sensitive to something. I'm swelling, like constantly looking. Constantly. It's not healthy. And then I'm like, oh, I noticed that. Like, and then I get focused on my abs because I have the ability to have freaking 8 abs. That's an addiction. It's an obsession with what I'm eating, what I'm doing for my workouts, how I time everything. Like, you can be really good at it. However, does it take away from your happiness? It doesn't. If you think about that life, I think about it and I'm like, that life, what it did to one of my facilities, because it ruined that fucking gym. All of my shit was broken. I have never seen people take down a gym that fast in my life. I sold it before I started losing money, but it was the bodybuilders, Planet Fitness, and then COVID. And it still survived, but my dad got sick and I was like, I can't build it up. And that's what I do. I build gyms up. But I can tell you, my gyms are not for bodybuilders, and I don't agree with bodybuilding gyms. They're gross. I've been in them. And yeah, you're in there, you're working out, you're getting fit, but what are you focusing on? Not health. You're not going to be nice to your family and everyone around. You're going to be obsessed with yourself and what you look like. So that's my thoughts on bodybuilding. Also, just to put this in there, I know a lot of young people who have died from participating in this. We had a member, her young husband passed away. We've had bodybuilders go home after a workout and shoot themselves. So as a gym owner, I take things to heart. I don't like losing people. Like, cancellations are one thing, but death, that's another. Being obsessed with what you look like can be deadly. And that's why I'm going to talk about it today. So, I say this with love. I'm sorry, I don't encourage bodybuilding. If you are a bodybuilder, I do love you. But I want to show you what I do. So, you know where to find me. I'm at Anytime Fitness, Pilot Point, mostly. I own Anytime Fitness, Gainesville, and Crum, and I'm building another one. So, I mean, this is what I do. I am really a fitness pro. I can say that. But I'm not a professional bodybuilder, and I never will be, and I don't want to be. I probably won't be professional anything, professional fun haver. That's the best profession. Anyway, hope that was a good video. Again, more of these will happen. Thanks.